Recording. Well, hello, church. My name is Mike Sealer, and I am the lucky founder of Map.ca. It is a Canadian led mapping platform, and it is for the world. This is one of the first of its kind, a platform that truly is low barrier, easy to use. And I want to take you on a quick little tour to show you how you can put your church on Map.ca for free today. And all the events you do for your community, you can do that for free as well. Okay, so you come to Map.ca, and I'm going to give you a quick little tour because it's a lot of fun. So, what you're seeing on the bottom left here are the businesses that are advertising, quote unquote, on Map.ca. We, in fact, don't do any advertising, so I'll tell you more about that in a moment. And on the well, I can go through the languages because I feel like that relates to the church. We actively translate in these languages that you see on the screen, including up to another 150 more. So we're going to be supporting active live translation, beginning with, you know what transcribing is. So once you transcribe, then you can translate or transliterate, I think, make our words sound good to the other person as it's being spoken. And we'll start with doing that with text because that's the cheapest, most accessible, quickest. But then soon we're going to be able to do a voice with a little bit of a delay and then almost no delay at all. So that's where we're going. That's where we're going with Map.ca. And you have to ask yourself, which other platform will allow you to connect with anyone in the world, in the next few minutes just by putting a post on the map. So that's what we're solving here at Map.ca. When you click on add your pin, you can see our transparency documents and how your info is used. You don't have to accept cookies on our website because we don't track you that way. We know how many people visit our website, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to click on, and if you create a profile on our website, obviously we only see what everyone sees, and the rest of your information, like your email, is encrypted and only shared with what you share, that sort of thing. So anyway, community pin, you're going to come here. You're going to add your event title. So, put in your church and followed by a, morning service, the date, the time, description, put if it's reoccurring, boom. That's it. Get your church, get your events on the map. If you click on add your pin and you click on the commerce pin, that's $21. That's the permanent location. Then you don't need to have an event. It's always there. Either way, you're going to get a dashboard for being a church. And this is, let me just go back. This is what you're going to see on your dashboard. It's going to be this really interactive, easy to use list events editor. Okay, so whether your Sunday worship is an event, see, I'm in the middle of the screen here, and you have this big dashboard here, but here's what the public sees. They see just this nice 8.5 by 11. It's arguably longer than that, so it's a couple pages. It has a QR code that leads back to this website, back to this pin, and you can print it. You see in the top right, you can print it or download it. So it's instant advertising materials for your church, for your event, and so many more goodies. So let's go back to the editor. That's what you see. And then you can just go down. You can add a new event and start building your listing. And there you go. Do you want to add a description, service times? Do you want to add contact information, event highlights, ministry programs, registration details, media, videos? You can just drag and drop it, add it. You can make it over here. You can make it half width or full width and all kinds of customization. Make it your own. If you don't have a picture, you can just have it without a picture. Put the pastor or the speaker in there. So that's kind of what we're doing there. And here's another really neat part. Let's go back to the home page. This is just your office. And as long as you're logged in as the pastor, let's just say Pastor David's in his office and he has the browser open because he's updating some events, he can leave this open just as a tab. And if somebody comes to Map.ca and they're logged in, and they'll be prompted to be logged in to initiate a conversation. So it's always a one-way first. And so if somebody sees that David's online, it's because he's toggled that he's online, so available. And then if I come on, I'll be prompted, hey, David's online, log in to speak to him. And so they log in, and then they basically turn on their mic and say, "Hey, David," and David has to accept the invitation, and then it's open room. And when it's open room, you're physically talking in a live environment. Anyone who comes into the room can hear what's being said. And after a conversation is started, anyone who comes into the room can listen and then voluntarily just start talking. They don't need permission. It's just that first break. And that's a public room. Like, we're talking about the sanctuary. We're talking about just an open church. And you might say, well, what if it's a private conversation? Well, at that point, Pastor David could, if this worship icon right here was the image of the person in the room, I'll be able to click on that person and enter into a private conversation. And that's very normal, right? It might be a lawyer and someone comes in and says, "Hey, do you offer advice on this, that, or the other?" And the lawyer says, "Yes." And "Okay, I want to talk to you." And the lawyer says, "Well, let's go into a private conversation." And then the lawyer becomes unavailable and they go into and it's not recorded or anything. Now, that said, all of this other stuff, in a way, it is recorded because we have an AI trust infrastructure that makes sure that we keep the bad actors out, and it helps us organize and automate things. And I'll give you a really neat demonstration in a moment. But what we can do is essentially have your own AI concierge. And when you do need to make a new event or change an event, you don't need to go through all of the work of trying to figure out where it is and da 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 da. You just need to open your AI and say, "Hey, the event, I think it was next Wednesday, the advancement one," right? And the AI says, "You mean Kingdom Advancement Prayers?" "Yeah, that one." "Yeah, it's at 8:30 to 9:10. "Yep." "Okay, actually, we're changing it to 10 to 11. "Okay, 10 to 11, it's been updated." And then it sends you an email and you have to look at the change and approve it, and then it's changed. And so this call-in service, this link that you're going to be able to access like an app, is going to be available to everybody who uses the map. So that's, I think, all that I have for the churches right now. A simple directory where you can add members or even all of your members of your church. And I'd be interested in telling you guys about other missions that are already in the works and really relevant to this type of community mapping, and how this is set to help really help with the homelessness crisis, addictions, mental illness, and other problems in the families and communities that form long before these addictions and crises come forward. So this is about building communities and relationships. This is not another sales call. This is a calling for you guys to please put your church on the map, to spread the word. And don't be passive about this. A pastor once preached a sermon saying not to be a Dead Sea Christian. And when you receive something good and you don't do anything with it, you're the equivalent of the person with the one talent, right? And so wisdom in, wisdom out, Proverbs 2. Let's do this, guys. We have to take what little spark there's out there and make sure we put it to the brush. Okay? Have a great day. Thank you.